Well, the white supremacists want to be familiar with everything in the universe. That's why they just don't travel up and down a river or go up under the oceans and look at a few things. They do all of that. They'll go to the bottom, like I said in the code book. The white supremacists will go to the bottom of the ocean and get one grain of sand and take that grain of sand and put it under a microscope and study that one grain of sand for 10 years. And so somebody like me would walk past and say, "Hey, Brian, what are you doing?" And he'll say, "I'm looking through this microscope at this grain of sand." I say, what are you looking at a grain of sand for?" And he'll say, "Because it's there." See, now, if he's a white supremacist, Brian, or whatever his name is, that's the way he thinks. Anything in the universe, he wants to know about it. Why? Because knowledge is power. The more things you know, the more power you have. That's just the way it works. All right? So they don't turn down knowledge of any kind. An opportunity for knowledge. The ones that are highly skilled, the ones who are most powerful, the ones who tell black people what to do every day. They'll study a grain of sand and say, and I'll say, "Brian, how long have you been doing this?" He'll say 10 years. And I said, "What are you doing it for?" He said, "Because it's there. And the fact that it's there means it's there for a reason. And I'm going to find out the reason." And I'm going to say, "Man, you're spending a whole lot of time finding out about a grain of sand. I mean, you got sand in your head." And me, I'll walk off and laugh, all right? But this is the person who tells me what to do, or his grandchildren, because they think that way, all right? So I think in getting to the core of what we're talking about here, they study everything, animals, every type of animal, every type of leaf on every tree.
Mm-hmm.
I see trees all the time. I don't know one tree from another. Every now and then I'll spot one and I'll say, "Well, that looks like a redwood." Okay, but I'm not too sure of that. But there are a lot of people, usually white, who spend huge amounts of time being able to name not only the trees, but every leaf on each tree, and why one leaf is bigger than the other.
Because they're focused.
One tree. Why? Because one leaf is bigger than the other on that tree.
Mm-hmm.
Now, people like that, people who think that way, will always be more powerful than people who don't. Able to burn midnight oil studying one grain of sand. All right?